Greetings all. Yes, best from the West. I pray you're all in good health and everything's tickety-boo. Life's going good for you. You're going upstream rather than going downstream. If you want to go downstream, that's totally up to you. But I think, from my opinion, I think we should all go upstream because we can look to the past to see how we can try and shape our future. But to live in the past, I don't think is really good. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. And who am I? Right, so I'm going to do a review of the review that I did on the Chiswick Court Hotel. That's a big word, isn't it? Yeah. Anyhow, so the reason I'm going to do this is because I've had time to reflect on the review, and to be quite honest, I think I gave it too much of a good score. To be quite honest, yeah, and I'll tell you why. First of all, when I got to the hotel, I mean, I've just went over this already. Before I got to the hotel, the man was very rude. He put the phone down 4 times on me. I couldn't find a hotel and everything. And first of all, no disrespect to him, but he didn't speak English. His command of English was very poor, you know. And I'm not going to say where he was from. That doesn't matter. It's just that his command of English was very poor, you know. And he was ignorant, you know. Anyhow, and I explained that to the woman when I got there, you know. Anyhow, went into the room. It seemed okay, you know. It was late at night, you know. I'd been out, yeah, and so I didn't really check. I checked the bedding and everything. That looked clean and everything like that. However, when I turned the light off, there was a gap between the door frame and the door, which was very visible because there was a light on outside in the hallway, and you could see, and it was a good 1/4 of an inch gap going down all the way down the door, I'd say not 1/2 inch, but a good 1/4 of an inch gap along the bottom of the door. So you could see the light was coming in. So it didn't feel secure. It felt like someone could, because I even got up and looked. Yeah, and I'm sure that if someone came around remember back in the day, you could get a card and slide it through the door and it would open. I don't know if you know about that, but yeah, you could do that. And and I felt I could do that. And the door had like a handle that you could push. It was one that you could turn and the thing would pop out. But if you pushed it, it would lock. That was like drilled away. So the room did not feel secure. I mean, I even had to put the bin behind the door just to in case anybody tried a thing, it's like London and all them things like that. You just don't know who's been in that room before and who's got a key or what. You just don't know because you go away with the key, don't you? So you could get another key cut, very easy. Anyhow, that's by the by. Yeah, and so what happened then? The window a draft. There was a draft coming through the window. The windows were single glazed, so my head was up by the door, but to the end of where the window was, and there was like a loose manhole cover outside that the cars were going over, and it was like playing a tune, and I'm sure I fell asleep to that tune of the manhole cover being played by the car tires and the car. Yeah, and what else was it? It was very cold. They turned the heating off in the night, so it was very cold. They gave me one blanket. It was very thin, and there was a spare one, which another one that was thin. The two of them didn't really make one, so I had to get up during the night and put my training bottoms on. Yeah, right. So that was that. Yes, security wise and everything, I wasn't happy with the breakfast because it was just a box of Kellogg's Frosties, and there was cow's milk. I'm a vegetarian. I don't drink cow's milk, so I couldn't have no breakfast. So there was all those things, and because of all those different things, I've come back and changed my opinion of the Chiswick Court Hotel in West London, and it's now a three. Yeah, I'm giving it a 3. It should really be a 2.7, but I'll give it a 3 because of the lady who actually opened the door, and she was so good, and she was really, really a good person. She spoke nicely and everything. Yeah, I don't like that word nice. She spoke good. Yeah, she was a good person. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, and that's that. So I'm going to try and see if I can put the other video with this so you can see what I was talking about, because I actually went round with a camera and I filmed in the morning after I woke up, because I was really thinking, no, I don't really like this hotel, you know. Anyhow, yeah. So that was just that, and I did say 7.5 at the top, but I was feeling generous. But as I said, I've had time to reflect, and now that I'm back in my home and back in my the comfort of my own home, I realised it was just a 3. Yeah. Anyhow, that was it. Remember, I love you. The Most I loved you more than I do. And if anyone's told you they love you today, I'm telling you, I love you. I'm sorry this one's a bit drawn out, but yeah, that's how it goes. So, bye. See you. Bye.